Carson Meyer and Isaac Hession both had great senior seasons for us this year. Both of them had to sit behind a phenomenal senior class last year. And so when you're a junior and you don't get a lot of playing time, it's tough sometimes to really, stay with it every single day. But, we kept telling both those guys that whatever they developed like as a junior, it would only help them during their senior year. And both of them came in from day one and really established a leadership position on the team and really took their game to the next level. So it is really fun for them to be able to see them, get through that adversity and kind of bide their time last year as juniors, and then this year senior, their play really took it to that next level. And so, Carson started off the year, not shooting the ball real well, but he's always been a scorer, and he's always been someone that just has a knack to put the ball in the basket. And so we just kept encouraging him to make sure that he kept shooting, kept taking good shots, and kept doing his mid-range game, and that they certainly would fall, and or sooner or later they would fall, and they did. And the last 6 weeks of the season, he played so well. He was so consistent from the outside, and he was a threat that other teams needed to keep an eye on. So really proud of Carson because he loves the game so much. He's a huge Timberwolves fan, and he just loves basketball. And so for him to get off to a slow start and then just keep with it. And then, like I said, the last 6 weeks, he was huge for us. So it was great to see. Isaac started out the year great and had a great summer, but then he got hurt in our scrimmage and was out until Christmas. So missing the first several games definitely hurt him and hurt us. Everything we did defensively this year was predicated on him and using his size and using his length to be a defensive force. And he was an absolute defensive force. I mean, we haven't really had size like that before. So have a 7-footer was kind of fun to be able to coach and scheme with. And Isaac just developed and kept working, and he's worked really hard to rehabilitate his knee. And when he came back, his knee was in great shape. His body was in great shape. He typically sometimes, big 7-footers like that, they get tired really quickly, but he was able to maintain high minutes, especially the last 2-3 weeks of the season. And, he just gave us a presence on the inside. Offensively, he just continued to develop. And, we made more of an effort to get him the ball the last 2-3 weeks of the season. And he did such a wonderful job with that. So, anytime you got these big guys, they always develop a little bit slower. So it's one of these things where you wish you could give him a redshirt year and come back another year because, he's just starting to scratch the surface of how good he can be. And he's just put in a lot of time and effort into that. So, with Isaac and Carson, both of them were captains this year, and they were leaders of our team, even though they were a little bit more quiet type players. But both of them just stuck through it, just grinded out their junior year. And this year, every single day, they brought a certain level of intensity and a certain level of professionalism to the game. And, it was really fun to see them develop throughout this year. And they'll both go on to really good things here in the future.
Driving to the basket. No, it's back out. Melrose has Engelmeyer with the basketball. They're on him, though. Rui now. He's going to step through. He will shoot, and he scores. A basket for Rui. Rui, a lefty, got to the left side. Melrose has a 4-point lead nearing a minute.